Hello everybody! So today I'm going to show you the rest of my biggest craft haul. I'm going to start with the only Joy Sundae that came in this kit, and I did not notice this when I purchased it, but this one is 11 count, 70 by 55 centimeters, and it's called The Beautiful Scenery of Park. I've been wanting this one for a while, but I've only been seeing it from the generic companies or not labeled as Joy Sundae. So when I saw this by Joy Sundae finally, I purchased it because I really wanted to make sure that I was going to get that back stitching. And I will be putting the prices of all of these, or what I paid at least, on the screen. So the paper pattern's always perfect on Joy Sundae. They do have the pages laid out for you. 8 pages. And it looks like 43 colors with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in backstitch. Oh, this isn't even stapled together. I absolutely love just all of this scene so much. But this is the part I always look at, the water with the lily pads or the water lilies. I don't know what draws me in about that specific part, but it's just been so cute. I think it was just the back stitching standing out, but I'm not going to go over the symbols here because they typically are different on the canvas than on the pattern, and in this specific case they do not show you what it looks like on the paper pattern versus on the canvas. Yeah, so they don't show you that. So here are all the beautiful colors. I love those like periwinkles and lavender lilac colors. Here's the other side. It's just a bunch of lovely, lovely colors. Pinks, purples, greens, pretty much everything I love. And there's so much of it. So as predicted, the canvas is different in symbols. And it is bigger than I can show you. You can clearly make everything out, especially this. This is sticking out like a sore thumb. And then obviously the bridge. So it looks like it's 258 stitches wide and 194 stitches high. Let me see if I can crumple this up a little bit. Printing is readable, but it is fairly large, so I'm not surprised. And then it has all the back stitching up here for you. Sorry. So I'm noticing here that for once, it does not look like they tried to put the back stitch lines on here. And they're just keeping it to the canvas, which is something I've mentioned before because I don't understand the point of putting back stitching on the canvas when we're not going to be able to see it by the time we're done. All of the symbols are printed very clear. Every time I record a video, I swear, Etsy likes to come up. Super, super readable. Nothing really looks confusing to me. Goodness, my phone today. I'm so bad at remembering how I folded, or unfolded, but I wouldn't call it confetti necessarily in here, but there are a lot of spots where there's maybe like 3 stitches next to each other you can do. So it's kind of like, what can we use instead of the word confetti when it's like confetti but not super terrible? I don't know. They're just, the symbols are sprinkled. Hold on a minute. The red and yellow one look very similar. So just pay attention and you'll probably be fine. Canvas is serged, as all Joy Sundays are, and on this one there is quite a bit of space for you to wrap this around a frame, which is amazing because this is absolutely something I would hang on my wall. One more time, here's the colors. Super beautiful. They all just kind of coincide together, like they fit, you know what I mean? They're probably showing up a little bit more saturated and brighter on camera for you because I had to turn up my brightness, but they're still just as beautiful. Do not judge me. I'm trying to keep it tidy. I think it goes, there we go, bundled up. Trying to open away from the microphone for you guys. So this toolkit looks like one of the needles kind of came loose. It's a deer or jackalope, whatever. And these always come with 5 needles inside of a pom-pom. And then it has your needle threader and an adjustable thimble ring, which I don't know how many people use those. I rather just stab through my finger before I wear something uncomfortable on my hands because I am a very texture-oriented person and I like things to fit comfortably or feel a certain way on me, and wearing this would just be overstimulating. And I probably would readjust it every 2 seconds and get nothing done. So here's the first generic kit, not the first kit that I have purchased, and I bought this one specifically because I've been more into doing color blocking things because I've been struggling with my eyes getting drier because we are about to be entering the next transition of the seasons, and my illnesses usually get worse from fall to winter and summer to winter. Just like the span, 3-month span. But she's super cute. I don't know how well the detail's gonna show up, but I am gonna be making another video soon showing you how I determined or decided I will be doing or managing these kits, because I have come to the realization that I'm not happy with how their programs kind of like stipple in the colors that would mock backstitching or an outline. So what I did was I found a way to kind of get rid of unnecessary colors that are sprinkled in along edges like this, so I can just go and do backstitching without having these colors underneath it. I started one, and I will make a separate video for that to kind of show you and walk you through what I'm doing to kind of improve the quality of the outcome that we will get. So this is 11 count, as most of the generic kits are. Your instructions. So it looks like 40 by 65 centimeters, which, my goodness, looks like it's going to be 148 by 217 stitches. I'm gonna have to fold this a little bit so I don't hit anything. So right away you can see where her face is, and you can already tell where they kind of added like just like 3-4 like random stippling of certain stitches to kind of make a mock back stitch or outline colors. And that's exactly what I've been eliminating in the pattern I'm working on now, just to kind of improve that and add my own back stitching, so the overall quality of these images is beautiful. The bird, what is that? I think that's just background. Her arm, flower down here, and there definitely is, hold on a minute. There definitely is a lot of color blocking in here like I was hoping for, so that makes me fairly happy. So this one has 44 colors, and I'm so sorry you guys, I'm just getting over being sick. You can notice, or I hope you've noticed, there's no smudging. It looks like they are finally starting to listen and let these pieces dry before slapping them shut. And I know red was a really big problem, but look, you can even see every single line between each stitch. Now there is a tiny bit like right here, like that little, but that's not even in the way, is it? So I'm just super happy with how this printed out. All right, so I noticed this issue on an older canvas. I was going through my kits to start a new one, and I noticed on the back there was like this black sticky gunk, and this was like one of the first kits I bought that I'm noticing this on, right? And looky here, there's some right here now too. Shouldn't have chewed all my nails off last night. Like, look at that. What is... It looks like it's possibly thickened oil that they possibly use to keep the machines or the printers moving side to side as they print their images and to roll the fabric along. But I'm not totally sure. Also, I'm just noticing this. It's not a big deal though, so I'm honestly not that worried. So again, this is just as beautiful as the pattern, and it will have the same symbols as the printed pattern does. Up here at the corner, it looks like it cuts off pretty abruptly. But if you frame this, that's not really going to be an issue. This is serged. None of these are covered. And the only thing I would have an issue with at night is these blue arrows next to these purple triangles. So far that's all I'm noticing. Potentially these if you're not paying attention well enough, or especially in these cross lines, the grid lines. Sometimes they make me unable to distinguish what a stitch is, and then I get really confused about it. Come on, focus. Like, I don't know if that's an arrow or a line, and same with that one, so I would have to check the printed pattern for that. But it's kind of looking like they're lines that just kind of bled out a tiny bit. But yeah, other than that, everything seems fine to me. Colors, I'm not going to take these out just for time's sake. Just a bunch of like oranges, blues, a turquoisey color. There's some red in there. And there is an extra, or not an extra, just a lot of this color. So yeah, that's this one. So I'm not going to show the toolkit for each one, just again for time. So this time it looks like the instructions came separately. And this one does not have a photo, so I'm going to show you this up close. It's soup. I'm seeing minor smudging here. Right here is probably the worst of it. So this one didn't quite get the time it needed to dry. There's a lot of similar red symbols around here. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think that was a smart design option, but it is what it is. I know programming does most of this, so this is 11 count as well. It is 40 by 65 centimeters. I'm not seeing, oh, right down here, 147 by 259 stitches. And the symbols are going to match the canvas. And so I checked the website this morning, and they actually relisted this one and added another version of this one, but with more colors. So this one only has 28 colors. The new listing states that it has 28 colors, but when I purchased this, it did not say that it only had 28 colors. Now personally, I don't mind if it only has 28 colors, where I like to try and do my own backstitching and all that, but it's basically just going to take this image and make it look more cartoony because it's not going to have all that shading. So I'm not sure how good this is going to come out anymore, and I'm quite frankly upset that the version with more colors came out after I had purchased this and that this one was not listed as 28 colors from the get-go. So I'm wondering if other people complaining finally just has them listing them as 28 colors. And I'm in understanding that some people think it's the companies you're buying from that makes these kits or changes how they're manufactured. These companies are simply vessels. They buy these kits at a lower price and they resell them to us at a price increase. That is how most shops works. So when I say it is a new company, what I'm saying is there's a new manufacturer that supplies the company. It's not the company itself changing these, it's the manufacturers changing how they produce these. Now, these companies definitely can print their own designs, but I'm pretty sure they would label them as original content, but there is no way to know unless they do that. So I do not blame any of these sites for the quality of these kits, though they should be checking them if they are not drop shipping them to us. And I only try to judge them based on their customer service. I thought I would just throw that in there because it seems like there's a lot of confusion amongst people and how this type of thing works. So, yeah. So here's the canvas, super stinking saturated. So it is edged well. The letters, oh my goodness, the numbers are not cut through. Super clear printing compared to the paper pattern, so that is great. It's amazing, amazing. Lots of different colors going on in here. Sorry about that. Nothing seems... Okay, let's see where this busy one... Yeah, so it's much clearer down here, but I still wish they wouldn't put like these squares with white dots in the middle next to these red rings. Just, it's red, red, red. So much red next to each other. Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry about that, my son popped by. I'm sorry if you can hear his music in the background too. I turn it down on his tablet and he just turns it back up. And he doesn't start school till Tuesday. So again, okay, so like I was saying, that black crud is on here again. Gross. But thankfully, we don't have to look at the back. So I'm going to be fully honest with you. At first, I thought this was a bowl of soup, but I'm just dumb and I don't pay attention sometimes. But did I say bowl soup? Or did I say it was bowl ramen? You guys, I'm losing my mind. There's too many thoughts right now. I'm having a bit of an ADHD day and I'm trying to maintain it. So, lots of beigey colors. Reds and greens. Kind of looks Christmassy. Or is that like a pink? I can't really tell. Blues, purples, dark browns, some pastel yellow colors. Just a lot of colors. But this image is also like, you can see all the reds, greens, the blue tints, and all that stuff. It's just a really cute image. So that's this one. Alright, so this is the next kit. Sorry. Again, this one's from the same style as the one I just showed you. So the instructions are on the side. It is 11 count. It is 40 by 65. In centimeters, sorry. And it is 147 by 259 stitches. So this one does not seem to have a smudging problem, which is good. It is folded a bit wonky, see? I don't know what it's doing there. But just like the other one, this one is also only 28 colors. Here's the image. This one's just beautiful. I love tea. I love teacups. I love my little teaspoons. And I love flowers. So I thought this was suitable to kind of get them as a pair. This also is kind of out there with the colors. Again, with the grouping of all those red symbols next to each other. Very clear to read though. I'm not sure what all this blue is on the side. I think that was cut off from another image. Another super saturated canvas. You can very easily see the teapot, the flowers, the teacup, and the plate. It's just going to be a super beautiful image. And it is printed again up here. It's pretty clear printing. It is serged like the last one. It is stiff, but it definitely feels like it won't take long to loosen up, even though I prefer mine to be firmer. So I'm not going to linger on this one because it is pretty much just like the other one, only it is tea. This one has kind of slightly more muted, duller colors. But it does have a lot of that pink and beigey color because that's just what the background kind of looks like, the flowers and the teacup and all that. Got some yellows, purples, oranges, a dark green, and a few greens in there. But this one just kind of seemed like the other one I bought, but instead of like all the browns and everything, it has like more light colors in it. So if I were to hang these together, I thought that would kind of be good contrast between images. So this next one is actually my first pillow. This is the image. Now, I wish they had more image options for the pillows, but since this one had pink and green next to it in the form of plants, I thought this was close enough to how I decorate my home to make this. Instructions are included. It is 45 by 45 centimeters or 195 by 195 stitches. I'm just going to have this folded in half, so this is not the full thing. Lots of color blocking. And then like the outlines and shading on this definitely have a little bit of stippling in there, but that is okay. I'm not seeing any smudging on this canvas, which is perfect. You can very easily see where the girl is and tell that the plants are over here. And there's a border to be worked. This kit has 48 colors. So it's inside out right now. And let me find it. So let me just start off with this. This is not cheap fabric. This is strong. This is sturdy. All right. Where is the darn zipper? Okay, so it's inside out. So all you just gotta do is push it, and usually it comes undone. Now when I make things or have things with zippers, my son likes to unzip everything, so I sew through this bit and through like around the zipper, like all the way around, just to kind of secure it, or else my son will unzip it and ruin it because he likes to unstuck things. So it unzips on 3 sides. It does look like it's going to be difficult to kind of get some of the stitches on the edge, but I'm sure it won't matter if you just like miss the row they're sewn into. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Canvas is printed clearly. So it feels like there is some puckering when they turned. You probably can't see it on camera, but it's a little warped. You can definitely see it here. But this is a decent sized pillow. Like, this is not just like a tiny decorative pillow. This is bigger than my actual decorative pillows. So I could probably shove one of them that I don't like the color of and don't already have a pillowcase on in here, because some of my decorative pillows do have velvet cases on them because they were like pinks and beige colored pillows, and I didn't like that because my theme is green and pink, so I covered them up with some soft green pillowcases. So the side that will be facing outward by the time you're done, oh my goodness, it's actually pretty soft. So not only is it sturdy, but it's soft. I'm really excited about this. I wanted something because I don't like sewing my own things, even though I probably will find something to do with my kits that I complete. But this just kind of takes a step out, and let's be real, they probably put the zipper on better than I would have. I'm not sure how I'll hold this. Never am. So just as the image kind of gives away, it's got greens and beiges, and then I think a tiny bit of blue. I'm sure the blue's hidden in there, but it's looking... Okay, well, I have to open this one because I'm curious. Oh, okay, so it's not that it's not in there, it's just that the blue is different shades than what is actually on her dress. So, yeah. It's whatever though. I really don't care that much with this image. I only got it because it was the cutest one, at least in my opinion, it was the cutest one that came as a pillow. So, beautiful colors. Lots of beiges and pinks. And the extra of what I assume will be her skin tone and a little bit of the background. So before I say anything about this last kit, hold on. I just want to state that this is in no way Biggest Craft's fault. They potentially didn't even know this was an issue. I did email them this morning about this issue, so I do not have a response to report back to you guys yet. But this kit I am deeming unusable. I am not going to be using this kit. I might repurpose this yellow for one of my other kits because I'll show you when I make that video again. But I didn't like their color options for certain parts. The whole kit was lacking a yellow when there was very clearly like one distinct item, like in multiples, on that image that needed yellow. So I swapped to using pale yellows from other kits that I have or deemed that I will not, like, as non-usable, so I'm not going to use them. I'm just using up their floss. So I'm probably going to donate that floss to that kit to help me have the floss to make that different color work out. But so this is the picture, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you see any of these images you like that kind of have like this block layout, be it like other ones, and I know there's like a Simpsons one, there's now a Pokemon one, there's a cinema roll one, do not buy it unless your phone screen or desktop screen can zoom in really well. So when they have these listed, there's the big photo with like the fake grid on it, right? And then there's a small one. You're going to want to zoom into the small image down here because that is the true image you are going to get. So I went back and I checked, and I did see this issue show up in that smaller image, but there is no way I would have known to look for that issue. And the issue is, you can see that gridding. And guess what? You can see that gridding, and it doesn't belong there. And I'm sorry, but when I think I'm buying like a crisp, clean image, I don't want the stinking fake gridding going into my cross stitch. And that is just, it's everywhere. It's literally all over. So there is no way for me to successfully just stitch over it with one solid color. I do not have the mental energy, and let's be honest, I probably do not have enough years left in me to get that done. So I am absolutely devastated because I was so excited about this kit with all the pinks, and I absolutely adore my Melody. And now I'm not even gonna get to do it because it's garbage. It's unusable. I cannot do this. Like, it's all in the rabbit. You can see it in here, all those blue dots, and the bows in her ears. It's just, it's everywhere. So is this kit even really worth going over? I don't really think so. And it's a decent sized kit, and it has 39 colors, but I can't do anything with this. I don't want gridding through my whole stinking image. That is ugly. That is not what I thought I was buying. That's not what I was intending to buy. So if you're just gonna buy something that kind of has the sections, like I said, either don't, if you aren't sure if this is in that actual photo they're sampling to the machines or program to make this pattern. Just to be safe, don't buy it. Also, it looks like the printing got smudged there. But yeah, don't buy it, because I don't want my whole freaking image to look like a stinking waffle. That is not what I paid for. So just beware of these kits. I would honestly just not buy them. I don't think the risk is worth it. I will let you know what customer service says in the next video I make. I do not blame Biggest Craft again at all for this issue, but we will see how their customer service deals with it. So far, their customer service has been kind to me, but I don't know if they're going to expect me to return this. I don't know if they're going to replace it. I don't know if they will refund me or even partially refund me, because that has been options that I've been given in the past. But if I'm fully honest, if anyone puts their money into something and it is not as described or what they were purchasing, it is not up to them to pay to send it back to you. And it's kind of a shitty thing of you to do, to only offer a partial refund when you gave someone a product that you now know is defective and does not function as intended. So my best case scenario would be they pay for me to return it to them if they want that to happen, and then refund me in full. They can refund me in full, or they can replace it, because I'm more than happy to buy another kit at the least to toss it, so they can toss it in there and not have to worry about paying separate shipping to send me my items. But come on, I'm so disappointed by this. Just look, all these cute pinks and yellows, and I was just so stinking excited. Well, we can't win them all, can we? And I wanted to let you know really quick, they are sending me a replacement for that dragonfly kit from my last video, where it was all like, I don't know, retro printed, double printed, looked like static on a TV screen. It made me sick. But they almost immediately arranged to have another one sent to me, so I'm very excited to be getting that soon. And I will let you know how that one came out when I show you the video of how I modify my kits. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to me go on today. I'm sorry this is longer than I intended it to be. If you like the video, give it a like so other people can find me. If you've had any of these kits or had any other problems, what were your solutions? Was there a solution? Just comment below and let me know. Share the video if you know anyone that might be interested, but you don't have to. And subscribe to see future comments. Future comments. My brain doesn't know what it's doing today. Subscribe to see future videos. I will be commenting in those videos, like publicly out loud. But yeah, and I also have a kind of a how-to review video. I'm going to be doing a review, and I have some I'm going to call it thread, not floss. I have some special thread coming in, and I'm just going to kind of show you guys how I use that to make my cross stitches look better. So if you want to see that, that's also a reason to subscribe or stay subscribed. Anyways, thank you for dealing with me today, and I hope you all have a great evening. Bye.